Hey, I'm Chase, and this is All Things Around. Today, we're looking at the Agelocer Moonphase, or at least a initial unboxing and first impressions. Now, the Agelocer is a watch brand that I have looked at for quite a long time, but when you go online, especially on YouTube, you can't find any reviews, any hands-on, any unboxing, anything that tells you if this watch is of any quality at all. Now, you will find videos where it's like a 3D rendering from the company itself. However, a 3D rendering doesn't tell you exactly what the product is. Now, I posted a week ago on my Sunday episode the ability for you guys to reach out and tell me which one between two different ones I should get, and I barely got any responses. Thanks, guys. So I just chose to go with my 60% gut instinct, and I got the full blue face. So without any ado, let's just flip the camera around and dive right into the unboxing and my initial first impressions. And here's what I received from Amazon. This box, the Agelocer Original, this is the Moonphase. If you looked at the thumbnail, then you clearly know what I'm gonna be looking at. Now, if you search Agelocer on Amazon, you'll see they have different iterations of different types of watches. Some are homages and some are sort of homages that they tweak and put their own twist on. An example would be they have a Cartier style tank watch that says Agelocer. It has a white face, a square case, and it has a sub-seconds at the 6 o'clock, and it is an automatic watch. And they have that, I think, for like 400 bucks. That's actually not really a bad deal. Now, when I saw this, this is what piqued my interest the most. This is the Moonphase watch. Again, I love the Christopher Ward C1 Moonphase. Now, that is a Swiss-made watch. A lot of these watches are made in Switzerland, Germany, if it's high quality. This is made in China. Now, does that make it a bad watch? No, because a lot of people like the Seagull 1963, which is a column wheel chronograph. So just because it's Chinese doesn't mean it's a bad watch. But let's go ahead and open this up. Now, I have opened it up. I've already taken the stickers off because when a new watch comes in the mail and you're excited about it, it's really hard just not to open it up yourself. So it has some sort of paperwork inside. It does have a warranty right here, 24 months of date of purchase. So you do have a 2-year warranty, not bad. Now, this is the case that it comes in. Now, the case itself isn't too bad. Now, it does look like they use some sort of leather, faux leather. It does have some nice stitching around the side. And that's basically it. Agelocer Original embossed on the front. Now, nobody cares about that. They care about the watch inside. Now, to me, this is a good looking watch. I'm going to go ahead and take it out, get rid of the box because nobody really cares about the box. Now, this is the model 6404A1. Okay, and here is the watch itself. Now you're saying, Chase, where's the Moonphase? Well, it is hidden behind right here because this is set to a new moon right now, and we'll get into the functionalities in just a bit. Now, I did clearly get the blue, and I gave you guys the option on whether or not to get the full blue dial or the white trim with the Starry Night painting in the center. If you guys are interested in exactly what I'm talking about, go look at that last Sunday episode. However, overall, this is not too bad. It is a 40 millimeter case, so it doesn't sit too large, especially for a Moonphase. Now, this is a dress style watch, and it does have a faux embossed crocodile strap. I just look at that. Okay, so here is one of the things that I don't mind about Chinese watches is this actually doesn't look too bad. The movement actually looks pretty dang good. It looks pretty well decorated. It says it's 27 jewels. It's a caliber A4610, And it says it has 80 hours of power reserve. It says it has 50 meters of water resistance or 5 bar. Stainless steel Moonphase. Now, supposedly, this has platinum plated hands and indices. I'm not really sure about that. I'm not going to open it up. Now, the case, you can see, it actually looks pretty good. I like the contrasting in the horizontal brushing with the high polish. Now, even if it was high polished, it wouldn't look too bad. You can see it has sort of their logo right there on the top of the crown. Now, really, let's talk about the functionality of this watch, because that's what we're all here for. We're all here because is this a great, affordable Moonphase, or is it not? Now, one of the things right off the bat that you can see in the light, if you don't hit those hands the right way, it's very difficult to see on that blue background. That is the first criticism I'm going to make on this watch. But what are they supposed to do? They still are high polished. I'm sure in any other light other than the light of my studio, it would look just fine. Let's go ahead and look at the functionality of this watch. Now, the way that this sort of is the Moonphase is on a date wheel. That is obvious when you go to set it. Now, the phases of the lunar cycle is in a 28-day period. I'm gonna test that out basically over the next month to see if they've adjusted it so it's actually on a 28-day cycle, or is it just a 31-day date wheel that they modified with a moon wheel. So to basically look at the moon or to adjust the watch, the crown is not a screw-in crown, it is just a pull-out crown. So let's go ahead and pull that out. You rotate this, and you can see that the moon wheel starts rotating. You see right there, it starts to pop out. Now, the one thing that I really liked about this watch that I like and dislike about the Christopher Ward is the fact that this travels around the entire face. I just think that's so cool. It's different than the Christopher Ward, which only has it on the top half. However, as it rotates around, right at the 12 o'clock position is the full moon, and then it rotates back around until it slowly goes into the lunar cycle, into a crescent moon, and then slowly disappears behind the center to the new moon. Pull it out again, and the setting is actually pretty smooth. The hands function pretty smooth. Not bad at all. Now, it doesn't have a seconds hand, which is fine. I'm sure they don't want to overall clutter the face. They really want this to be, just a midnight sky with the galaxy sort of in the background, the cluster of stars. If you look in, I believe, the southern hemisphere, you actually look inside of the Milky Way galaxy, as opposed to like here in Alaska where it's just not the case. So, you sort of get that clustering of stars. So to me, the watch is quite beautiful, and it's done quite well. Now, the strap could be better. I'm not going to lie. The strap could be better. The strap feels pretty cheap. It does have quick release straps right there. However, that's really not a big deal for me because I am a person who replaces straps anyway. I'm a person who understands that if a company is trying to sell a watch at a reasonable price, at a price that's less than its competitors, they have to cut corners somewhere. Well, I can tell you that I'm a big fan of the movement. I think that they decorated it quite nicely. I'm not really sure what movement it is. It says it's their own in-house caliber. However, we all know that if it's from China, it's really no in-house caliber. It's going to be like a modified X, Y, and Z. Not really sure what it is. If you guys have an idea, just looking at the movement, you let me know. However, I think they did a pretty good job to include the oscillating weight right there. I think that it looks quite nice. It's very nicely decorated. I like the fact that even on the script, this script is all matching throughout. I mean, I just think it's quite beautiful on the back. So they clearly didn't cut on the price when it comes to decoration. Now, my biggest fear, again, if you watch that Sunday episode, was the gap right there between the moon wheel and the outer minute track right there. That was a big issue that I have, but now having it in my hand, it's really not a big deal because most of the time you're going to be looking at the watch, it's going to be like this, straight on, and you don't even notice it. In fact, the stars that are painted on the background actually sort of make it disappear. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about this watch before I end the review is that 3D moon. I think they did a very good job with that moon. It's very crisp, it's very clean, and I don't think they really cheaped out or skimped out on the dial, and that was my main concern. Now, I don't know why there's not more reviews of this watch. I think it's a very good watch. Now, there are a few things, a few nitpicky things that we're going to talk about in the full review, but like a lot of Chinese watches, this is 95% there, and they could have done a little bit better on the other 5%, but those are in no way a deal breaker. All in all, I think this is absolutely beautiful. Now, all in all, I do not think this is a bad watch so far. My initial first impressions are pretty positive. I'm pretty excited to really get down deep, get into the macro views, get into the detail of the dial and the details of that moon. I really wanted something that is an alternative to like the Christopher Ward C1 Moonphase or the Moonglow. I'm not really a big fan of the Moonglow, but of the C1 Moonphase that's out there. That's $1,600. This was under $7, so half the price. Now, is it still a great watch? Well, hit that notification bell. I'll be releasing the video probably next week, the full in-depth review. Now, if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, my Instagram is All Things Random, and I post either watch photos or upcoming videos. If you guys are interested, go follow me over there. The next video I'm going to be releasing is basically where I test out an expensive dive knife and a cheap dive knife that I got on Amazon. And basically what I did was I strapped different types of rope and fishing line to my ankle, dropped me to the bottom of a 12-foot pool, and had to cut my way out. Well, I did post that on Instagram, at least the really expensive knife that really gave me sort of a, I don't know, a pucker in my butthole, as it were, under the water because I didn't want to die. Now, I'll be releasing that on the next video. So if you guys like videos and videos like this, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below of the content you guys would like to see, hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified when I drop those videos. Until next time.